Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, James.
And good morning, everybody. Hopefully, as always, you are all having a wonderful weekend or a wonderful week whenever it is that you are listening. So, here we are, Anne, a new year.
Yes. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. Absolutely. Fantastic. Are you happy to begin this morning, Anne?
Yes, I am.
Brilliant. Well,
Yes.
where would you like to start our New Year podcast?
I'd like to start with the New Year.
Right, okay.
Because we're only just on to the New Year, aren't we?
Yes.
It's a celebration. Is this a celebration of the year gone? Or I'm never quite sure what we do at New Year, whether we're celebrating the last year or the New Year coming.
Right, okay.
But looking into the New Year,
Yes.
I'm hoping for many, many changes in the New Year.
Right, okay.
Changes for people for the better, because we're not ended this year very great, have we, really?
Right, okay.
In people's minds, I'm talking about people's minds.
Globally, you mean?
Globally, globally.
Yeah, it does seem rather dark and bleak out there.
Yeah, local governments and blame. It's become a blame society for everything. And I'd like to start with ourselves and what I'd like to aim for in the new year. So for me, I'd like people to start looking around them and finding joy in life, starting to find joy, because there is joy out there. Of noticing a child playing.
Yeah.
You're going in a supermarket and smiling at a child. It melts your heart.
Yes.
And maybe I feel like this because of our experience in India.
Yeah.
Where I have seen such tragedy there with children.
Yeah.
That it makes me feel I want to appreciate that I'm looking at a child who's well fed and who can smile.
Yeah.
And that should be wonderful for everybody, isn't it? So I'd say a new year of opening our eyes.
I agree completely, yes. Open our eyes to everything.
To everything, yeah.
To the joys, but also to the elements of life that need to change.
Yes.
So and that requires bravery. To be joyful requires courage, and to be courageous, and to face difficulties and challenges requires courage and to be courageous.
Yes. And it's for us to open our eyes to not only, and I say this all the time because I really, really want this world to change. Not this country, not my next door neighbours. I want the whole world to change.
Yeah, me too.
For the better.
Yes.
I really want that. It's gone too far. But I also open our eyes to see there is joy around us every day. There is something that we can look at and take joy from, even if it's watching the first crocuses coming up.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is I'd like to retrain our minds, because I think we've all got into a mindset.
Yeah.
People in general I'm talking about, not just myself. I think everybody's in a mindset of everything's bad. There's nothing good, and I hear a lot of people going, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of negativity out there, and I would imagine with good reason as far as people understand and experience. What you're saying is the change has to start somewhere.
It has to start somewhere.
And it can only, in real terms, start by taking responsibility ourselves.
Yes.
As unfair as that feels sometimes, and as challenging as it can be at times, the opportunity is there for all of us to start a new thought pattern, set a new tone, embrace a new opportunity. So it's a call to action, really, isn't it? To embrace the possibility of the good, of the joyful, of something that lifts us up. And if there isn't something around us that lifts us up, what can we bring to each moment that lifts us up? What can we contribute to our world that makes it a bit better? That's a bit whimsical, isn't it? And slightly new agey, but I'm sure you all listening understand what I mean. Genuinely, what can we do on an everyday level to recognise what is good and true and beautiful and joyful in our world, and what can we bring to our world that contributes and helps to create that? Yes. And like you said brilliantly, it isn't always something extravagant. In fact, very rarely is it ever anything extravagant or outside of the ordinary that's necessary. It could be, as you rightly said, just to acknowledge and smile at a little child.
Yes.
As they smile and beam back at you. Yeah. And isn't that a wonderful, beautiful happening? Or to stroke a dog and to say hello and say, hello, boy, how are you? And you give them a little pat and they look up at you and they melt your heart. And the owner says, oh, yeah, he's a good boy. Of course he's a good boy. Yeah, you know, these meet cues that happen every single day, or potentially can happen every single day. Just a few words with a cashier at a supermarket. You know, you're asking them how their day's been, the inevitable pitter-patter of the conversation between yourself and whoever it might be at the checkout. But you can genuinely be interested. It isn't always interesting in terms of what's said, but you can be genuinely engaged.
Yes.
And look to be alive and speak to somebody and make them feel alive, and let's bring some life back to life. Yes. If that makes sense.
Yes,
I feel that's what you're saying.
I am saying that, and it's, you know, it's unusual things, isn't it? I was watching some children playing, and you know, they were having a really good time, and then one of them decided he didn't want to play, and it was at our last event that we had. And one child decided he didn't want to be part of this game. And the thing that they were playing with, he just got hold of it and threw it up the room. One of the other children started crying. And he made me smile because that child was just so spontaneous. Yeah. He wasn't being nasty or anything like that. Yeah. He'd had enough. So he just flung it.
Yeah. But it was a real reaction.
But it was a real reaction. Yeah. And sometimes we love the mischievous ones more than we love the good ones, don't we?
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Other times they drive you mad. But that's the same with adults, is that...
Let's get back to simple life.
If we get
taking
back to
simple
basics,
joy from simple pleasures in our lives, and everything else can grow from there.
Yeah. But not ignoring what's going on.
Yeah. There is too much of that.
Yeah. We need to know what's going on around the world, not just in our own little areas. But also to take joy wherever we are. We can find joy in anything.
Yes, we can. It's possible.
I mean, we had an event, didn't we? Our Christmas event.
We did. We've spoken about it in a previous episode, but if you haven't heard, we absolutely did. We had our Christmas Community Family Fun Day at Sale West Community Centre just before Christmas. The week before Christmas, Saturday before Christmas, and it was absolutely packed. And the room looked absolutely festive. It was alive.
It was magic.
It really, really was alive and colourful and warm.
Yeah, the work that's put in for the team to decorate that
and the
room.
group of volunteers really pull out all the stops. We've got a fantastic sleigh. We've got a magical Christmas corner. We've got Christmas puddings that you can put. You know, a golf ball like Crazy Golf. You can put up into a putting lane, putting green into these Christmas puddings.
Father Christmas, Mother Christmas.
Father Christmas, Mother Christmas. The naughty elf that you can box. Delicious Christmas baked treats and goodies. Yes. Jigsaws and games. Skipping and tug of war. Brilliant, and I mean genuinely brilliant. Fantastic prizes on the raffle. Really quality Christmas hampers put together.
Christmas presents.
By all of the team. Yes, Father Christmas and Mother Christmas, handing out Christmas presents to all of the children. And the Christmas presents that were donated were really good quality presents. This was a real gift. A fantastic tombola. The children love the tombola. Naughty elves, and with games and activities, music, dancing, disco, books, teddies, face painting, hair braiding, nails, tattoos, kids' tattoos, I mean. So a real old-fashioned family fun day, a real sense of community, togetherness, Christmas at its best. Lots of families there, children of all ages, and adults joining in as well. And a real sense, of course I'm biased, and of course Anne is biased as well, of course we are. But it's real togetherness, unity, a real warmth in the atmosphere. Yeah. And a sense of something positive, something good, something true, something sincere.
And the
what
aim.
Christmas could be, and ideally what it should be, ideally. A wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah. And well done to everybody involved.
It is
and
well
thank
done.
you and well done to you all, any of you that came along with yourself, your children, your grandchildren. Thank you so much for contributing to make the day a magical, magical success. It was a pleasure and a privilege to be a part of it. Yes. And a real joy, the joy that you're talking about, and it was a real joy to be there and to speak about and remember again. Yeah, absolutely. Well done, everybody.
Yeah. And for me, I think when we started doing these things, I think the aim for me is that if only one child has that memory for the rest of their life, and it may be the only memory they ever have,
Yes.
isn't it wonderful?
It's worth it.
It's
and
worth
wonderful.
it for one
Yes.
child, for me to go home to in 15 years.
Yes, to talk about that day.
To talk about that day,
Yeah.
15 years.
And I will go out on a limb and trust that it's many children
Yes.
and adults and families collectively that felt accepted and had a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful day. Because I know I did. And I am certain that many children will talk
Yes.
about the wonderful events that we have and the Christmas parties that they've just been to. So, yeah, well done. Brilliant.
I think what I find is nice is when the parent says to me, we can just stand and talk and we know they're safe.
Yes, absolutely.
How wonderful is that we've made a safe environment for children to be able to be free.
Yes, that's true. It's very, very true.
And that's what we need, isn't it? In all of the world we need it. So
Yes.
This is what the new year is. So it's not really, the new year for me isn't now or what I'm going to do for myself. It is, like I say, is that what can we do to bring some joy into this world?
Yes, absolutely.
And people will say, well, that's airy-fairy. But for me, it's not airy-fairy.
Not in the way that you mean it. Not in the way that you mean it. It can be, but it's certainly not in the way that you mean it.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it, we're physically doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when we have a games night with children as well, playing chess and cards, things like, we have games nights for them, don't we?
We do.
And watching children then cheat.
Right, yeah. So you're seeing people's personalities. Well, you brought it up now. So the first community games night of the year, if you're all interested, of course you're all interested, and if you can make it, you're absolutely welcome, is on Saturday the 24th of January. So it's in a few weeks. It's about 3.5 weeks away, and you're more than welcome to come along to it.
As a family, children, If
you'd like to check out the social media platforms, there'll be more information there very shortly, or you can contact us directly and we can let you know. But you're all absolutely welcome. You're right, there'll be drafts, dominoes, cards, games, real games, and children of all ages, adults of all ages. And again, no phones, no technology.
We have Bill with is it pontoon?
No, that's the bridge corner. That's a little bit more earnest and serious, the bridge corner.
We have a serious corner,
where the serious bridge happens. I think you need a PhD to be able to sit there, if I listen to the rules of bridge. I'm not a bridge player, but listening to the rules of bridge, I think you do need something like a PhD or a very good memory, because wowee, there's a lot of rules.
There is a lot of rules.
But the people that play bridge, they're really into it.
Yeah.
And maybe I would be as well, so we'll see. But that's a slightly more serious, earnest corner.
We get complaints as well, don't we? Because we're laughing around the table.
Yeah.
When we're playing
The blackjack table is a little bit rowdy.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming anybody, Cheryl, or anybody else. So there you go. Yeah, absolutely. So you are invited and you are welcome.
And we do have quiz nights as well, which is
we do, yes.
Family. It's what we're trying to do is family orientated.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not aware, I'm sure most of you have heard this referred to in terms of a community group that strive for truth, that many people are a part of, a group of volunteers bringing the community together and giving people the opportunity to be part of these events and these social evenings. And we went for a community walk on New Year's Day as well at Tatton Park, fun fit classes. So there's all manner of different things happening in terms of the physical side of it, about bringing communities, all generations, all people together in the best possible spirit of togetherness. And that's what we're describing. So more of that. I hope everybody across the world in their own way can be a part of something and feel like they belong to something, and have people that they can have that fellowship and that camaraderie and that togetherness and a sense of feeling valued and belonging, a sense of belonging that is positive, that it's life affirming, and it's genuinely good, and it brings the best out of people. And it's unlocking the inner potential of people. And of course, like I said before, of course we are biased and we feel that this is of the highest possible value and that everybody hopefully would want to be a part of it. And one day, let's hope everybody is a part of it. And we can just call that collective the human race, is the community of humanity. And we all look to support each other, and we are our brother's keeper. And we inspire and challenge and nurture and help each other to be the best possible versions of each other that we could ever be.
And it's family.
And isn't that
family,
wonderful?
Isn't it? It is wonderful because it's family. It's family coming together.
Yes.
What I see in this world, I see children regimented.
Yes.
Because they never were in my day. Well, they couldn't be because there was when my children were young. There wasn't the things there are now. So you've got a child's got his football. Mum's taking one to football. Father's taking the daughter to dancing. Then they have karate on a Wednesday night. Then on a Thursday night they have something else.
So it's very scheduled. It's very scheduled and
they're unbelievably scheduled.
A tight routine.
At school as well.
Yeah. Which sometimes, to be honest, is necessary and helpful. Yeah.
Yes. But what we're trying to do is...
You're seeing a lack of spontaneity and inspiration and something like that.
No, it's not. It's separate. You're taking them.
Right, okay.
Leaving them there.
The parents and the children aren't
They're not
partaking together.
That's
absolutely, you've hit the nail on the head. That's what we're doing. The parents and the children partake together.
Yes.
Absolutely, whether it's the Christmas party or the fun fit or the quizzes. Yes, you are right. Adults and children and all generations are together.
And we don't make a difference for children. If it's 50 sit-ups, the children have to do 50 sit-ups as well.
I understand.
And can do them better than the
absolutely
parents, to be honest.
I think the prerequisite really is just do your best.
Yeah.
But everybody is invited and given the opportunity and the challenge to do their best. Absolutely.
So you've got the mothers, the fathers, the children all running at the same time.
Yeah.
So
and isn't it a pleasure to see? Because other than sports day, and even then on sports day, there's a mums and dads race,
yes,
and the kids race. This is an opportunity where everybody can partake together, and isn't that wonderful in life? It really is. And I know that we are repeating ourselves and circling round and around and around, because we feel, I'm sure you agree, Anne, that the world is lacking this. We're lacking integration of generations and integration of different types of people, of all differing points, whether it be faith, religion, culture, age, gender, class, geography. People are so divided, and everybody's in their own sleuths and their own cliques, dependent upon how they look or their taste in something. And they're not really venturing out to mix with people who are of a different age or a different political persuasion or a different culture or faith, or live in a different part of the United Kingdom, or maybe even a different part of the world. So it's breaking down those barriers and giving people an opportunity to celebrate and embrace humanity and the diversity of personality, but the unity of humanity. In that we are one humanity. Yeah, absolutely.
We do that on our evenings, when we have the event evening, where they come to talk, and you talk and ask questions.
Yes.
We cover those subjects, things like that, don't we?
Yes, the public evenings,
public evenings.
Which are a little bit more, again, serious, in as much as it's quite often very deep and searching in its content.
Yes.
But I hope there's a lot of joy and laughter as well, and a real sense of positivity.
That's
of course.
more adults, though, isn't it?
Generally speaking,
but
yes.
We do have children.
Yeah, but everybody's welcome to those events as well,
yes.
And that might lean into something that's a little bit more philosophical, spiritual, faith, contemplation, social, political, serious in an enjoyable way. But
what's going on in this world?
Yeah, what's going on inside of ourselves, what's going on in the world, deep and searching questions, interesting points of view, and the sharing of ideas. So hopefully a social evening, but also mentally, intellectually, emotionally stimulating and holistically, spiritually stimulating, if we're drawing it all together, if we are socially engaged and we're having social interactions with other people, and we are mentally and intellectually and emotionally engaged and provoked to think and reflect both on the evening and going home. There's a holistic experience there of growth that could be termed as spiritual, and I suppose that's quite often the word that people use is, it's a spiritual evening, or it's to do with spirituality. Well, in the biggest, broadest, ultimate context, yes, it is. It's to do with anything and everything. Therefore,
isn't that what all life should be?
Yeah, isn't all life therefore spiritual in terms of it can encompass everything and can be a true holy experience.
Nothing to do with religion.
A whole experience, holistic. Well, it could be to do with religion, because anybody...
Yeah, but any religion. I'm saying it's not a religion.
No, it's not a religion.
We discuss everything.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not dogmatic. There's no prerequisite of belief or a set dogma or set expectations. There are biscuits and there are a cup of tea, and I hope everybody would see it of value and experience it and feel it's of real value. Again, obviously biased, but it's certainly a mission from my own perspective, and it's huge, it's enormous, it's to be spoken about moving forward, and I'm sure some of you maybe are aware of it, but it's not provincial, it's cosmic, and I know that's enormous, but it's to do with bringing peace to this earth. Everything we're speaking about this morning, Anne and myself, about bringing people together, but that's for the world, and it involves everybody, and the opportunity is knocking at everybody's door to bring that about.
It's not just peace, is it? It's every child to be safe.
And I am absolutely relentless in my intention, in my mission to bring that about with you, Anne, and with everybody else who would like, and we can to be a part of it, and we can support each other in doing that. It's time. It really is far past time now, because there's so much wickedness and evil in this world, and it's got to stop. And what we can do about it is everything we've spoken about this morning. Is we can fight back, and we can make a stand. We can gather in unity. We can celebrate. We can sing. We can laugh. We can read. We can wear colour. We can bake. We can bring joy to any given moment. We can engage and interact with strangers. We can embrace new friends. We can help and support old friends. We can reconcile our differences with enemies. We can bring about change in any given moment. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And the negativity and the cynicism and the hate has got to stop. And it can stop this morning, even if it's just for this morning, with all of us at least reflecting upon making a positive thought, a positive word, a positive phone call, something meaningful, something true, sincere. And it doesn't always have to be whimsical or light-hearted. It could be something serious. It could be something really, really meaningful, really serious, and maybe difficult to do. But literally, by God, it can change our world, and it can change the world. And I know that that's a little bit preachy, and I don't mean to be. I just, as much as anyone can possibly yearn for things to change, and I will always hold myself out as an example of what can happen, and I hope anybody and everybody can follow suit in your way, and I hope we all can do it together. That's my sincerest hope, that we together, humanity, are going to unite as one humanity and truly bring transformational change to our world once and for all, for everybody.
Yes. And in a big way, really, and I think it's important to say this, in a big way, our public evenings are led by the public, aren't they? Because they ask the questions.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah. The opportunity to ask questions, yes, and to share ideas with each other sometimes.
We share ideas with each other.
Yeah.
But it's not led by ourselves talking.
Yeah. It's not just us just talking at people for an hour or 2 hours.
It is that somebody will ask a question, so it could be about anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in theory, and often.
Not anybody who's asked how to bake a cake, but we've had many.
Well, that would be your answer.
Oh well, then what? Give them my recipes. So
right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
True.
private ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think really what we're doing is we're starting the year off this morning, the first podcast of the year, generally talking about what we've done and what we're doing and why we're doing it, but with maybe taking some of the ambiguity away in terms of, look, we're here and we're doing it, and enough is enough now. And if people want to see change, there are many ways that you can bring that about, but there's something happening that we're doing that everybody is welcome to.
Yes.
And people need to step up. So rather than talking about it, rather than wishing for it, if you'd like to, and you're curious and you want to feel like you can do something and hopefully gain something, and I'm sure that you would, come along to something we're doing and see what's happening in our area. And you may live in another part of the United Kingdom, you may live in another part of the world, where you can check it out on social media if you'd like to, stridefortruth.com or Stride for Truth on Instagram, Stride for Truth on Facebook. And there are many, many things happening in our world by so many wonderful people. So we're not alone in this, but certainly in our way, very specifically, leading by example. And it's time that the human race recognise that and recognise what lots of people do in this world. And we came together to unify and to support each other and to create this movement or enhance this movement and this mission.
Yes.
Because it won't come about through wishful thinking. It may start with wishful thinking, but it will come about from collective action, carried by collective choice to create a chorus of humanity. And that chorus is us all in unison, with an individual voice contributing an individual note, but together is this absolute cacophony of majesty.
Yes.
The human race speaks, and we are on the move.
I think it's opening. People have got to start opening their eyes, haven't they? Everybody's got closed eyes at the moment because things are so bad. I think sometimes we push them to the back of our mind, and we've got to open our eyes, and that's what India taught us, really, is that we had to open our eyes to how bad things are.
Yeah.
And you have to bring out your coping system with it. But unless we look at it, how do we change it? We can't, can we?
Absolutely.
That's anything in our lives I'm talking about. Unless we open our eyes and face it, we can't change it.
Absolutely.
And
what we resist persists, in
Yes.
as much as if we ignore something, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It can only, you're absolutely right. We can only do something about that which we accept.
Yes.
If we deny something and it's there, we can't change it.
And we know it's not going to be easy. That's the thing. We're not promising, this is going to be an easy peasy. It's not, is it? If we all get together, what a wonderful adventure, really, to bring peace to this earth.
Absolutely.
And to be able to look out and know that there's no child ever going to be abused again, and all children will be fed.
Yeah, I mean,
is anything worth it? It's worth, isn't it? It's worth going into battle for that.
It's such an enormous task, and it's seemingly well-meaning, but maybe slightly delusional for anybody to even entertain.
Yes.
The entire human race, and I mean a total new human consciousness, a whole new world.
Yes.
Built around a new collective interaction with each other, a new human relationship, one anchored, centered in human unity. And again, like last week, from humble beginnings with this podcast, and with humble beginnings from the meetings and everything that we're doing. But make no mistake about it, the intention is there. The entire world.
It's never changed.
Peace on earth for every single child, and that we are relentless and unrelenting in that objective, in that mission, that every single child on this earth forevermore shall be free from abuse, violence, war, tyranny, neglect of all kinds, that every single child is safe.
Yeah.
No matter who they are, where they are, or what they look like, they are safe. And on this earth now, children are not that. Many children.
They're not in their own homes, many.
And until we bring that about, everything else cannot have a chance to flourish. So to achieve that, we're going to require the whole human race to unite, to recognise there is something stronger inside of us than could ever be outside of us.
Yes.
And that faith in that is the faith of faiths.
Yes.
So let's return to that faith. Let's return to that connection inside of ourselves. You may describe it differently. You may articulate it with different words, using different adjectives. So be it. But I'm sure the feeling, it is the same. So I am here, and it's time. It really is time. And we are all a part of this in terms of opportunity. So I really hope that we can all unite. And you all will live in different places. Yes. And some of you maybe are listening in different countries. And physically, at this time, of course, we can't get together. But in a feeling and in support and in a real sense of community, we can forge that, and we can think upon that, and we can send that out. And it does make a difference, even if only for a few moments this morning, a real sense of connected togetherness.
I'd like to make a request as we finish, because we're finishing now, and I'd like to make a request that people sit down just for a moment and think, where do you want to put your faith? Do you want to put your faith into this happening with each other, or are you putting your faith in machines?
Now that is the question.
That is my question.
That is the question at this juncture in time. It's faith in the being inside.
Yeah.
The one.
Or are you going to stop listening to this and going opening a machine and putting your faith in that?
Absolutely.
But I can assure you the only way this will succeed is having faith itself, but faith in each and every one of you as well. That we can do it, and we can do it. We can only do it as a we.
Yes.
We can't do it as an individual. We have to do it as a we and as a collective.
Absolutely. We are strongest together.
Yeah.
Strength is unity, and united we are humanity.
Yeah.
That's the goal, and we are achieving that. Well, there you go, a barn-storming end to our first podcast of the year.
So Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Well, that was, as always, mostly a passion-filled, slightly spontaneous, very spontaneous podcast, Anne.
Yes.
We genuinely don't know what we're going to talk about. I think there was a slight tirade of feeling and passion and purpose there. Well, I hope that you've stayed with us, and I hope that you've enjoyed it, and thank you for doing so. And as always, we will look forward to being with you again next week, next Sunday morning.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.